Welcome. Today I would like to tell you about this plant. This is Pereskia, and it's a beautiful plant, it's a nice plant, but what's even more important, it is a very unique plant. It's a very interesting plant when it comes to taxonomy, because this plant belongs to the family Cactaceae, which means it's a cactus. Taxonomists classify plants looking at their flowers. And even though this Pereskia has never bloomed for me, its flowers are identical with the flowers of cacti. The fact that it is a cactus, and the fact that it has leaves and stems just like any other regular plant, means that the common ancestor of all cacti, including Pereskia, looked very much like this plant. Plants are most of the time quite similar. They have roots to hold them in the soil, in the ground, to hold them in place, and also to take water from the soil, from the substrate they grow in. And then they have stems, which are structural organs, and leaves, which are designed to photosynthesize, which are green, and they provide the surface area for the plant to absorb the light. And this is exactly what this plant has. It has roots, and actually I will show you the roots of this plant, because it's a plant that requires quite a lot of water, and right now there is no water in this container. However, the plant grew roots from the draining hole in this pot. It grew roots down, and it happened quite quickly because I planted it in this pot in the summertime. So it grew roots to look for the water that was accumulating at the bottom of the other container, and when there is no water at all, the plant is quite unhappy, and it lets me know by losing its leaves. These leaves grew quite recently, so up until about a month ago or 2 months ago, the plant was completely leafless, was bare. Well, this is last year's leaf. It doesn't look very it's not here anymore. But all the other leaves grew about a month ago or so, and they are beautiful. At the bottom, they have this deep pink, purplish color, really pretty leaves. So what makes it also a cactus is the fact that not all the leaves of this plant look like leaves. Some of the leaves changed into spines, changed into prickly structures that are supposed to protect the plant from being eaten by an animal that might want to steal the water from it, or just to have some healthy snack or healthy food. Okay, you might see it better now. Okay, so some of the nodules grow these spines, and from the new ones, from the very top, grow regular leaves. So plants do look like, most of the plants do look like Pereskia, but when the conditions change, when there is no water available, plants have actually a choice of adapting to lack of water, or not to be able to enter the area and grow on the area where there is no water. And when there is no water, leaves like these thin leaves with large surface area are not very practical. When there is no water, these leaves have no chances of surviving, because they would just dry out and the plant would die. So plants that are faced with the alternative either dying or adapting, well, most of the plants die, but some of them do adapt, and cacti adapted by just dropping leaves, getting rid of all the leaves, enlarging their stem and making the stem green, and to photosynthesize inside the stem instead of the leaves. Isn't it something? So Pereskia is not a plant from which all cacti evolved, because Pereskia is just like all the other cacti, the succulent cacti, is a product of evolution as well. It's not that Pereskia is the ancestor of all the cacti, but Pereskia is a cactus that has not changed much through the process of evolution from the time when succulent cacti and Pereskia separated their way and started following a different evolutionary path. I think you like my Pereskia. I think you can appreciate it, how interesting this plant is, because when I got it, I was so excited. And again, not because the plant is particularly attractive, but because it is so absolutely interesting. Thank you very much for watching my video. Have an amazing day.